Hey everybody, I'm Andy Smith. I'm a 30-year comic book veteran, having worked for Marvel Comics, DC Comics, Image Comics, Cross Generation, Ominous Press. You name it, I've probably worked for them. And I do other things art-wise outside of comics in the field of advertising. I've also written some books on drawing comics you might have seen. Drawing American manga superheroes, Drawing Dynamic Comics was my first book. And I also did the handy little How to Draw Superhero sketchbook where all you need is a pencil because you do all the work right inside the book. Enough about that. This is the Book Look series. The Book Look series is where I grab a book off my library. You can see the tons of books I have behind me. And I go through it page by page with you so you can see if it's a book that you might want to buy. I like to know what I want to buy before I buy it, and I feel this is a way to give you some insight into these books. So join me for today's book look. Thanks. Hello everybody, Andy Smith here, your host with the most 32-year veteran of the comic book industry with another book look. Today we're looking at pinup art. Sketches and text by Earl MacPherson. Earl MacPherson, great pinup artist from back in the day. If you have any of the Good Girl pinup books, you will have seen his work. A Walter T. Foster publication. You gotta love these because this company still puts out books just like this, really thin. This is 30 pages and just touching on good points. They did an Andrew Loomis one. They have a few on drawing the figure, and one of them is a portion of Andrew Loomis's book. This, however, is from around 1950. I've got a few more of these. I'll probably, continue with, I guess you could say, this book look series. Nice little introduction from Mr. MacPherson. Walter Foster, probably still alive back then. Studio Secrets, my bad. Nice table of contents. And I mean, these need to be reprinted. God, now I'm thinking, I do have a book. I'll have to find it I'll have to look. I thought I had a book where they did reprint a bunch of these. Whatever. So we go in, sketching the model. Yes, these guys worked from models, but this was drawing from life, not, full-blown, say, tracing or anything. Different style. Look at this. Beautiful. So this is realistic. This has such a nice cartoony feel. Very John Romita Sr. Or I should say John Romita Sr., you could tell, was looking at artists like this. This book is big, so unfortunately not all will be seen. Now, real quick, these were in this book when I bought it. Look at this. Original pencil sketches from whoever used to own this book. That is weird. I mean, it's cool, but these were in the book when I bought it. It's the one-arm woman. Okay. All right, let me get going. Okay. Choosing the model. Once again, it just touches on things. These books are great because once you already have some understanding of drawing, this stuff will come a lot easier for you. Nice full color as well. The standing pose goes into shading and such. But once again, just the proportion of these figures are really nice. Dressing the model. And this just goes into different standing pose things for nice pinup art. Because that's what this book is about. Pinup art. The sitting and kneeling pose. I love seeing this construction right here. And these faces, I like them because they're kind of cartoony. I mean, even that is. I like being able to see the painting process too. And he does get into painting later on. Reclining poses. Once again, nice to see the construction. use of photography as an aid to pinup art. So it kind of goes in to how he'll use photography, lighting and such like that. Posing props. You can see this book, obviously, I only paid a couple bucks for it, so it doesn't bother me that this was kind of ripped out. Now, introduction to color, but it's black and white. Don't worry, it gets there. This was really cool. I love this. One, brushes and colored pencils. That's cool. Cardboard stomps. Okay. A chamois for keeping your hands dry. Darker values for shading. Flesh colors divided as follows. Warmer reds, colder pinks, neutral ochres. Flesh colored pastels or tints. That's mostly white with small amount of red, etc. added. Oh yeah, full color. This says these here were from the MacPherson sketchbook, an annual advertising calendar produced by blah 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 with distribution of over 1 million copies. The medium used, that's what I was looking for, pastel and watercolor, right there. So very nice. It says the pastels are applied with my fingertips to give a flesh-like quality, and watercolor is used with small brushes for detail in the eyes and teeth. Note also the use of props. The originals were 21 by 28. So that's a pretty good size for each one of these. I don't know why I'm getting a bad shadow like that. Early sketches, because oh, you can't even see the text. So it's good I'm reading it. These captions are what I'm reading. The above illustration is from an old sketchbook titled Sandwiches. I believe the figures were reasonably well done, but the page is much too cluttered and the background steals from the figures. Keep your poses and compositions simple. Very cool seeing the finish and then a sketch next to it. The MacPherson model. Let's see. The MacPherson model ranges from 16 to 30 years old. Woo! 16 is not cutting it anymore, pal. Their composite physical dimensions would be as follows. Height and heels, 5'6", weight, 110, and then 36, 24, 34. So that's what he's looking for in a model. So there you go. Paint her. Completed pencil sketch ready for pastels. I mean, that's final. He doesn't go through a lot of steps, if I remember right. This also gives me a big Steve Rude feel as well. Like I mentioned before, Steve's stuff is his training was very classical in regards to Andrew Loomis and pinup artists like these. So these are just quick sketches to show, add your own color. Okay. Diagonal figure gives action. Yeah, I mean, this is not static anymore with just the nice, she's leaning back and then a little hint of a table. Costumes. Very nice. Right there, the little sketch. Love the color and stuff. Review of basic poses. What's going on with that teddy bear? You can see, well, I don't know if you can, but I can see looking at it where the pastel is in this. What's this? The model and the painting. I mean, he kind of goes through steps. In the first step, it's block in large areas, true, locate points of action, find center lines, establish pose. I guess that is actually kind of everything I do. Just never really, okay, never mind. The second step, thin down the waist, because remember, he's making it stylized. So he's thinning down the waist, tightening it up some, and then there is the final. Let's see, does he say, I mean, I'm sure. Always follow a method in painting, planning your work carefully. Yeah. here is the costume here is an overlay made from my necktie, which was cut out and pasted on. So that's actually pretty cool. That's very cool that he used real material for that. Oh, come on now. Let's see. And there we go. Closing chat. And then you get a list of all these other books. Some I'm sure you can still find that Foster's put out. Now, like How to Draw the Head, Figures from Life, Drawing the Figure. I want to say that might be the one that he used Loomis. I'm not really sure. Whoops. Oh, my tracing paper artwork that was in the book. I got to keep these relics. So the future series, like I said, the next couple weeks, I'm going to do these books that I have. But I'll give you a tease of what's coming up next. So we've got Model, Fritz Willis. Fritz was a great painter. We've got The Nude by Fritz Willis we'll go through as well. And then I've got Drawing the Figure from back then. Figures from Life. And oh, this is what I was telling you about. This is one of the newer ones. So Faces and Features. This is great, really. Fritz Willis, the guy that did the figure one. This is just Faces and Features. What am I doing? I can't go through it now. Guys, we've got a fun few weeks coming up ahead of us with these future book looks right there. Today was pinup art. Next, Figures from Life. All right, guys, please check out Kor-Drath, The Reckoning on Indiegogo. I'm working on the book steadily to get it out to you guys. 76 pages of barbarian action. Give it a look. And there you go, guys. Thanks for joining me. AndySmithArt.com, Kor-Drath.com, and all the links are in the description below. Until next time, bye-bye, everybody.